Last week we had someone give a message, Devin Delosier, and I don't know if you realize this, but that was the second message he's ever given in his lifetime. And God just did something, okay? But it wasn't because of Devin. It wasn't because of Devin. God just did something last Sunday. He was just a humble servant that prepared a message for us, but I just sensed God working in a lot of people last week, myself included. And I didn't want to just kind of like just leave it there. Even though I had another message that I was working on, I didn't want to just leave it there because I have a feeling that there's still some questions in people's minds. Because it's a heavy subject. But at the same time, it is reality. It is reality. And I don't think we fully understand the reality of it. I'm convinced that there's two tools that Satan has to beat us. Number one is to be oblivious to him and his demons, just to like not even think about them, not even believe that they're even involved in our lives. That's an excellent tool, this. The second one is to think there's a demon behind every bush. And everything, oh, it's a demon, oh, it's a demon, oh, it's a demon, it's a demon. He loves both of those. Because when you do that, it's a demon, nobody gives any credibility. They just look at you like, oh my gosh, there's a wacko. I don't want to be a wacko, okay?
Me neither.
Yeah, but I do want to acknowledge that demons are involved in my life. They are involved in my life. And I realize that. I realize that. And I want you to understand this morning too. I'm going to show you some verses up here that you are aware of because I've shown them to you before, but I just want, maybe it'll have a little more meaning to you now. Revelation 9. Before they said there was war in heaven, and Satan, who was Lucifer at that time, made war against Michael, the archangel, and he lost his place, and it said a third of the angels were hurled out of heaven. This is what it says. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole what? World astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. They were hurled down here to earth. This is where they live, here on earth. This is where we live. But they live in a spirit realm. And we have access to that spirit realm, but it's so foreign to us, we don't acknowledge it very much. Now let's look at the next verse here from Revelation. It says, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them, because he's not up there anymore. But woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has gone down to you. Woe to you, earth, because Satan and his demons are down here. What are they here for? Let's look at this one now. Then the dragon was enraged at the woman and went off to make war against the rest of her offspring. Who? Those who obey God's commandments and hold to the testimony of Jesus. Hold that up there for a while. Here's why they're here. How many of you want to obey God's commands and be a testimony for Jesus? That's why we're all here. So what that's telling us is Satan and his demons are at war with us. It's not a battle. It's not a battle, it's a war. Battles are one-time occurrences. War is battle after battle after battle after battle, where people get hurt. Here's what you have to realize. Those demons want nothing good for you. They want nothing good for you. They are nothing but evil. Whatever they want to entice you to do, you have to realize that that only brings destruction to your life. Everything they try to get you to do will only destroy you. Now, the first thing you have to realize now, though, is as Christians, we can't be possessed by demons. They cannot possess our body because the Holy Spirit is inside of you. So they cannot possess you, but they can oppress you. They can make war against you, which is exactly what it says right here. And the stronger you are, the more demons they send against you. Because the weaker you are, it may only take one demon. It may only take one demon. But they're here. They're here. And they are at war with us. Let's look at 1 Peter here and see what 1 Peter says. It says, be self-controlled and alert. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in your faith, because you know that your brothers throughout the world are undergoing the same kind of suffering. Here's what you have to realize. Understand that when you get attacked, you're not the Lone Ranger. Every Christian on the earth is being attacked. Every single one of them is being. There is no Christian that is not at war with demons. You hear what I'm saying? There's nobody in this room that is not at war. It's not a battle, a war. There's nobody in this room that's not at war with demons. How the heck are you going to beat them? Because, and here's why. Because most of us don't even realize we're in war. We get beat up and we don't even realize it. So I want to teach on you this morning. I want to teach that you can be oppressed by demons. We have to understand this, and we have to fight back. First thing I want you to know, these demons have names. Remember last week when let's just take a look at it here. Mark chapter 5, verse 9. This is what Jesus, when he confronted a demon. Then Jesus asked him, what is your name? My name is Legion, he replied, for we are many. Demon had names. Your demons have names. Your demons have names. And we're going to look at some of those names this morning. And I'll be hard-pressed to believe that there's anybody in here that's not going to realize that one of those demons is beating the snot out of you. Beating the snot out of you. You don't even know it. Now, when you're in a physical, anybody watch the fight last night against, what's their names? Yeah, Silva and Sana.
Didn't last long.
Yeah, Silva beat the snot out of Sana. Sana beat the snot out of Silva the last time before he got on a triumph. But they know they're in war. They're getting hit all over the place. You're getting hit all over the place and you don't even know where it's coming from. You just think you're just doing it. You just think you're just doing it. That's who I am. That's who I am. But it's not. It's not. I don't have it up here, but and again, you're familiar with this one. Ephesians says, your battle is not against flesh and blood. Your battle every single day is against principalities and outer darkness. That spirit realm that's out there is where your battle is. And last week, Mark touched on this, or Devin touched on this. And something happened. Something happened. Now, I know there's a lot of us in here that say the same thing. I hear it all the time. You heard Devin say it. Oh, I wish our faith had just a little more substance to it. Wish there was just a little bit more to it than just going to church and singing 6 songs and hearing a lovely message and then going home the rest of the week. I wish there was something more to it. Guess what, people? There is. There is. There is. And who knows? We may witness some of that this morning. I don't know. I don't know. You may witness demonic this morning. I have no idea. I have no idea. This is what's happening. The things in your life that are hurting you, that are destroying you, these are your demons. These are your demons. You heard Dave share about Liz 9 months ago, where she was fighting a demon of addiction, of drug addiction. That was her demon. That was her demon. Fighting it every single day. She was fighting that addiction. That was her demon. I'll guarantee you, there's some of you out here that have those kind of, you have a drug demon. You have an alcohol demon. You have a gambling demon. I can almost guarantee you, there's people in this room that have that. That's your demon. And guess what that demon wants to do? He wants to destroy you. He wants to destroy you, and he knows He knows that he can destroy you by you not fighting back with demons. Some of you have a demon of lust, impurity, pornography, sex. Guys, this is what lust is. We're men. If you're a normal man, women are darn attractive to us. God made it that way. There is nothing wrong with looking one time. But when you prolong to look, or when you take that second look, how many of you are in a vehicle on a freeway? I wonder how many accidents are caused by men trying to catch up to a vehicle to get a better look. That's lust. That's lust. Seems innocent. Seems innocent. But what does lust lead to? What does lust lead to? It leads to pornography. It leads to impurity. It leads to adultery. How many of you, raise your hands, how many of you are fighting that demon? How many of you are fighting those demons? How about this one? Anger, fits of rage, abusiveness. How many of you just fly off the handle with anger? How many of you abuse the people around you as a result of that anger? How many of you have fits of rage to where you go to where your veins are showing when you're not? That's your demon. That's your demon. You can just say, well, I'm just an angry person. Liz could have just said, I'm just a drug addict. Face it, that's reality, that's my life. That's my life. Said, no, it wasn't. That was her demon. That was her demon that she was able to beat through God's help. Amen. Anger is your demon. Envy, hatred, demons. Gossip, disunity, dissension, demons. Doubting your faith, demons. Depression, eating disorders. It's your demons. A lot of people here that are depressed go through depression. It's your demons. Sloth, laziness. It's your demons. It's your demons. Lying, cursing. That's your demons. Now, here's what you have to realize. It's a war against that. Do you think Liz just all of a sudden decided, I'm not gonna use drugs anymore? How many times did you tell yourself that? Probably before she finally, it was a constant battle after battle after battle. If you have a struggle, if you are lusting, do you just think you're just going to say, okay, demon, be gone, and you're never going to lust again? It's going to be a battle. It's going to be battle after battle after battle. It's a war. It's a war, but you've got to keep fighting back. And when you acknowledge that it's a demon and not just, that's just who I am, when you acknowledge that it's a demon wanting to destroy you and realizing that if you keep on lusting, he is going to cause you to ruin your life. And when you understand that, if you get angry, you got anger, and you got fits of rage, you have to realize that demon wants to destroy you using that. That's his desire to destroy you. You keep on doing it, and you're being destroyed. You're being destroyed. Now, how does this oppression work? How does this oppression work? Because many of us fight our demons on our own. Let's look at Mark 9:18. It says, I asked your disciples to drive out the spirit, but they could not. I asked God to get rid of this demon, but it's still there. I keep fighting it, but it's still there. And this is what Jesus said later on in Mark 9:29. He said this, but this kind can come out only by prayer. I am convinced of something. This is true in my own life. I I need help. It's just too easy on my own to just keep losing. To just keep losing. I need accountability. I need people praying for me. No different than those demons. Here's how you know you're being oppressed. Every time you feed that sin, you're just opening that door just a little bit more. If you ever drinking, if you drink, you've already had a few. And then you decide to have that next one. That's like opening that door and saying, come on, alcohol, come on into my life. Have the next one, come on in, have the next one, come on in. When you get angry and you say a curse word, come on in, anger, curse, come on in. And you do it again, come on in, come on in. Now, you can't be possessed, remember what I said? But here's how you know when you are being oppressed now. Here's how you know, okay? When you do it without even thinking. When the next time you go out drinking, then you just keep on drinking. You are oppressed now. You are oppressed by that demon. He's got you. He's got you. And he is destroying you. He's in his glory. He's in his glory because he knows when you get drunk, bad things happen. And he's just in his glory. Oh, got him. He's not even thinking about it. She's not even thinking about it. Look at, having another one. Whoa, got him. Got him. When you're fighting and you're angry and you do it without even thinking, that demon has got you. He's got you. Do you think that anger is going to destroy your marriage, your relationships? Uh-huh. Yep. He's got you. He has got you. When you do it without even fighting back, you are completely oppressed by that demon. If every time you look at a woman, you take a second look, and then you race a little bit further to get a better look, he got you. That demon's got you. You don't even think about whether you're doing anything wrong or not. You are completely oppressed by that demon. Not possessed, but oppressed. He's got you. He's got you now. Once they get you, oh, gosh, it's hard to get back away from that demon now. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. They've got you. They don't want to let go. They're at war with you. They want to destroy you. And they know if they can keep you drinking, if they can keep you angry, if they can keep you lusting, if they can keep you doing all those other things, they know now that you're destroying yourself. They got you. How many of you sitting out there, don't raise your hand. And one of these ones that I said are sitting there saying, it's got me. Got me. I do those things now without even premeditating, without even thinking, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? I just do it. I just do it. My wife gets me mad, my husband gets me mad, my boyfriend gets me mad, my brother, my sister, I get angry. Right away. That's not you. That's not just, well, that's just me. I'm just an angry person. No. No. That demon named anger has you. He has you oppressed. And you keep on getting angry, and what do you think's going to happen? Your marriage is going to get stronger? Your relationship going to get stronger? It's weaker. He wants to destroy you. He wants to destroy your life. How good are you at fighting back on that? Holy smokes. Not easy. It's not easy. Why don't you take a look here at 2 Timothy 4:18. The Lord will rescue me from every evil attack and will bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. To him be the glory forever and ever. Amen. Guess what? You can't do it. You can't do it. But Jesus can. But Jesus can. He is authority over demons. He can help you. Some of you here have been in AA or Narcotics Anonymous. You know the first step. The first step is admitting, this has got control over me. I do not have control over it. It controls me. I need help. I need help. It's the first step. So if you're sitting up there and you're angry all the time, you're lusting all the time, you have to say, I have a problem and I need help. I need help. Jesus, I need help. I need help. He promises to help us. He promises to help us. You will fight our one battle after another. And if you keep connected to Jesus, you have a chance of beating those demons. Now, I want you to look at 1 John here. No one who is born of God, if you're a Christian, will continue to sin. Because God's seed remains in him. He cannot go on sinning because he has been born of God. Here's the good news. Here's the good news. You cannot keep on doing that. The spirit inside of you won't let you. Some of you are being convicted right now. You're being convicted right now by that spirit. By that Holy Spirit inside of you saying, time to stop this. Time to stop this. See, you can sin over, you can quench that spirit over long periods of time. Months, years, decades. You can quench that spirit, but it never leaves you. And at some point, that spirit says, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Come on back home. Come on back home. It starts working in your life. Maybe that's happening with some of you right now. Maybe that's happening with some of you right now. Now, you can walk out of this room just saying, I don't believe those demons. I don't believe that. Then you're going to go home, and on the way home, and you're probably going to lust on the way home. You're probably going to go home and have a fight on the way home in your car. But sooner or later, that spirit's going to grab a hold of you and say, enough is enough. Maybe that's your time right now. Enough is enough. I don't want to keep ruining my life. I don't want to keep ruining my relationships. I need help against these demons. Now there's some, James says, confess your sin to one another. Pray for one another. There's some sins that are hard to confess. Hard to confess. If you're a closet drinker, hard to just confess that. Now, you go to parties and get drunk every time. Oh yeah, I drink a little bit. Sometimes I drink a little too much. Some sins are like, hardly ever will a guy say, oh yeah, I'm addicted to pornography. Watch out. Nobody. That's a hidden sin. It's one of those hidden sins that you don't want nobody to know about. Lust is one of those sins. You don't cheat on your spouse and go around and tell all your friends, guess what I'm doing? Cheating on my wife. Cheating on my husband. You don't even know it. You keep that to yourself. Those are the hardest demons to beat. Those are the hardest ones to beat. No one knows but you a lot of times. Nobody but you and God and that demon. That demon. The disciple said, we couldn't get this demon out. Jesus said, well, Those only come off by prayer. Now, I hope you heard this. I hope you heard this. Because we could just walk out of here and not do anything with this. Or we can say, time to change. Time to change. I'm going to be honest with you. I was fighting a demon up here last night and had someone pray over me. And I had those battles again this week. Some I won, and some I lost. But here's what's good about it. I'm mindful of that battle every single time now. I'm mindful of it. Ooh. Uh-oh. I lose. So I win. But I acknowledge my demon. I acknowledge my demons. And I fight back now. I fight back. That's after come on here. Ooh, I need your help now. Need your help. I don't always win. And you're not always going to win. Now God can. God can just all of a sudden just take that demon out of your life just like that. There's some people that quit drugs or alcohol just like that. Some people that smoke and just go quick cold turkey. But most people keep fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. That's what I'm doing. Fighting my demons. But this is what I want to tell you. I can go on to the next message now. But I haven't won that one yet. I haven't won that one yet. How many messages do you have to hear before you realize the demon is destroying me? It's destroying me. Whatever yours is. Whatever yours is. So this is what I want to do. You're going to be brave. You're going to have to be brave. This is what I want to do. I had someone pray over me last week. I want to pray over those of you that are sitting there and saying, I need help with my demon. I need help with my demons. I need someone to pray for me. That's the first step. That's the first step in AA. Stand up and say, I need help. First step. And then there's 9 more after that. But you can't do the other 9 until you do that first one. I need help. Now, if you're a pastor, standing up here saying, I needed help. And I'm confident there's a lot of you that can say the same thing.